So we have it here as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. We are late because, of course, there were some permission issues that we needed to take care, and it was totally my fault. I take the slap. I take it because my energy is crazy. Actually, it's my son's birthday, which is supposed to be amazing, but at 3, they're just piece of work, even on their birthday date. So it was like a lot of going on this morning. High energy though, but I'm not sure that it was the energy that I wanted to bring here. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Patrice, and good morning, special guest Sierra. How are you doing?
Good
Fantastic.
morning.
You're doing well? What's up? I have a very specific topic in mind today, and I cannot wait to dive deep and get your thoughts about it. Right now, I have my little piece of shift with me, just waving at me because he wants to do water balloon, but it's not the time. And by the way, I'm based in LA, you know that. And it's very gloomy today in LA. And now he wants to open the door, and I'm just going to close it because no one is going to go outside at that precise moment, because it's not supposed to happen now. So that I can control. Perfect introduction to what I want to talk today. Last week, we talked about the vision and how important this tool is. And this week, we had massive download and training about honoring your needs and really staying mindful of your choice. And I'm going to give you a very cool analogy. So it's like you're going to a party, to an event, and you have that swag bag, and you don't know what's inside the swag bag, but you're like, ooh, I want the swag bag. So what should I do to get the swag bag? Because you know there is a limited amount of swag bag. You notice that right from the beginning of the event, and you really want that swag bag. And so you do everything you can to get the freaking swag bag. You get home, you open the swag bag, and inside, completely buried within the zillion new items that will actually clutter your mind, office, home, there will probably like have 1 piece or 0 piece of something that you wanted, right? So you get super excited, and you saw it was available for you. So you were like, oh, and the fear of missing out is here. Your ego is just like, oh, I want the swag bag, because you're fearing of missing out something super important. I want you to know that a lot of things right now is available for you. The support, the everything. If you live with an abundant mindset, and it's really what we wish for you, right? If you live in an abundant mindset, you have abundance of support, you have abundance of program you can join, you have abundance of courses you can take, you have abundance of books you can read, you have abundance of glasses, plates, forks, knife, pillows even you can choose from. But what if for once you stay mindful of your needs and really make choices that are mindful and that are going to support and honor your need and really what you want to do? So instead of fearing and making a choice because you fear of missing out, then you make a choice that is actually fulfilling and nourishing your soul, mind, heart, and body. I want to talk about that. What are your thoughts about that, Patrice and Sierra? I know that was a lot of talk again by me.
You know, I've been thinking about this the last couple of days since it was part of our training. And so oftentimes with the swag bag, I don't even open it. I just needed it. It was there. And so I raised my hand. And for a good majority, you know, when I first entered into the job market, I was so eager to prove myself and to learn and to grow. And I came at it with this very like scarce mindset. And so one of the things I always said to myself was, if they ask, I'm going to raise my hand. Whatever you asked, it didn't matter whether I was really interested in the opportunity or If it was really something that I thought would elevate my career, I always wanted to be the person who said yes, because if I said yes, oh, then everybody was going to think about me. And I spent a majority of my career just raising my hand, yes, raising my hand, yes. And every time it felt like a weight, like a little piece of me was chipped away. The swag bag and entering into opportunities like that is a little bit like chipping away at your energy. It's only when we can really fully embrace each opportunity as it arises and say, well, is this the best opportunity for me? Is this the best opportunity for all parties involved? Will there be a mutually beneficial return on something like this? And it's not always monetary. That is when I really feel that we've evolved to a place where we've stepped into ourselves and we're truly honoring our gifts and our purpose. So I still do like a good swag bag. I got like 5 of them in my closet right now.
And you haven't watched what's inside, correct? Yeah, no.
It's like
Not
90%.
yet. until I think you reach that point of, okay, now I'm ready.
I'm getting there.
Doesn't it add, and I will let you speak, Sierra, because you're always like full of wisdom. Doesn't it, add, well, the clutter, yes. Oh, I lost my track of mind. Never mind. My track of thought. So never mind, it will come back.
Sounds good. Well, while we're waiting for that thought to come back, there are definitely a couple things that came through to me. The first being the degree of self-awareness and humility that it takes to know what's actually yours. So many times we think that we can just adopt anything, take on anything, whether it's an item, a task, a project, a person, whatever, because we feel like there's some intrinsic thing missing. So like, okay, I can prove myself by doing this, or I can fill that void by taking on this, or I can do this or do that. And it's a part of that internal evolution, that stepping into the ownership of yourself, and that empowerment, and knowing what does and does not ultimately benefit or belong to you. And kind of bridging off of that, I love the analogy of the swag bag, because there might be 2 or 3 things in there for you, and the rest of it might serve somebody else in your household. It might serve a friend. It might serve somebody at a shelter. So also knowing that you can enrich the energy around you by passing over things that do not belong to you, and so that they are free to find where they actually belong. It's that mutually beneficial thing that Patrice was talking about, but in a different context. Allowing for whatever the item, object, person, opportunity is to find where it actually belongs, if it does not truly belong to you, if it truly does not serve you. And that continues your dialogue with the universe of what you do and do not align with. You're kind of providing that little, like algorithm feedback of like, nope, sorry, this isn't for me. Please pass it on to the person that it does belong to.
I love that, Sierra.
I do love it as well. And I feel it's also like be mindful of the overwhelm that unnecessary items, unnecessary supports is bringing you. And you may know it or may not, because we haven't spoken to you yet, but the program that we have created with Patrice is high level supports, is like high level of supports. And what we always say to our client is, yes, it's available for you, but the goal, what we do here, we want you to tap into your intuition and to step into your full power, so you know when the support is overwhelming you and stopping you from taking those steps to really take that quantum leap. You have to know you so very well to be able to see that, because it doesn't take away the value of what you signed for by you saying no to the amounts of resources that are available for you. And I feel like sometimes, and the reason why we have like a high level of support, it's because our clients need a very different level of support. So we want everyone to have what they need to really achieve their quantum leap and really like grow into that next level, their future version of themselves. Some other doesn't need that much need. So at first, when we are in that phase of honeymoon, understanding who they are and really like getting to know them and how they work, we may have suggestions saying like, I wouldn't go like 2 times a week on the live group coaching because it will be too overwhelming. Or maybe for that person, you can handle it. So come and get the support that you need so that we can really like be there for each little decision until you get to the point where you are able to make those choices. So we're helping you do that. But the goal is really, and the goal here, even like if you're not a client and if you're considering joining another program or having another coach or even having us to help you, really like be mindful of what your needs are and how the resource available, you can pick and choose. You don't need to have everything like in front of you and using everything. And I think that goes down to owning your value, honoring your value. And that makes me think of something very crazy, because if you don't give up and if you develop your business and you keep going, you will have at one point an overflow of clients, an overflow of persons who will want to work with you. And so you will go on discovery calls. And some people would be the dream boat, dream client, dream everything. Some other will just not be the great fit. And so if you don't step fully into your full potential, own your value, honor your needs, you may say yes to someone who doesn't vibe with the same energy and doesn't reply to your energy. So it would be a waste of their time. It would be a waste of your time. It would be a waste of their money. It would be a waste of your money, a waste of energy in all parts, waste of love, waste of peace, waste of everything for everyone. So it's actually very empowering to say no to someone because the energy doesn't fit. And it doesn't mean that you are better than the person who didn't say anything. It just means that you caught the lack of common energy or common understanding, and you allow everyone to be their own person. And I think it's just beautiful.
Yeah, I think that really speaks. I think that the lesson in that is to quiet the noise around you so that you can hear what's really coming through. And then once you've mastered that step, to truly step into your own intuition and allow yourself the freedom to make good and bad decisions, knowing that there'll be a good lesson within both of those decisions. Yeah. That's a lot of empty space, guys. Come on, fill it up for me.
I know. Well, I think it was very wise. I mean, I love what you said about allowing yourself the freedom to just like be.
Yeah.
That means that was I collect from them, and I think it's just like, yeah, who cares? Like, honor who you freaking are. F society expectation, F the noise, quiet your mind so that you can truly see what you need at that precise moment. And you don't take like the clutter within you. And that goes for every part of your life, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely.
I love that. Does anyone has anything left to say before we just disappear? I made a few comments for people who will watch the replay so that they know about what we talk about and everything. Sarah, do you have last words that you want to share with us?
I think everything that needs to be said has been said, except for thank you to you two ladies for having me in this guest spot today. As always, it is a joy to connect with you, to bask in your love and your light and your wisdom, and to be able to contribute in the same fashion. And I look forward to seeing all the wonderful things that you are going to be doing for and with this community. It is truly an honor and a privilege.
Thank you
I love you so much.
very much. Bye, guys. Have a great Friday. And we deeply apologize for not showing up yesterday. We were on a phone call and yeah, we completely slipped the mind, but not to make an excuse up. It was a full moon and a lot of crazy energy entering our realm. I know that for me, like the energy of my house, my personal life was just upside down as well. So it's just like, all right, needed a few adjustments. Sending you love and light. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Happy birthday, Oscar.
Yes, happy birthday, my little piece of shit. So I stopped